welcome to AlGeeTV, and this is Alexander, and today we're going to do a suggestion from Chava G, which is my cousin, actually, Luis Fernando, and he wants me to talk about the Sentry. So yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about the Sentry, who he is he a hero, is he a villain? Let's find out. With every hero, we do have to talk about his origins. So, it's a normal guy, started off as Robert Reynolds, and he took a super soldier serum, like a certain captain we all know. So, it makes him super strong. But it also gives him some other powers, like a certain big blue Boy Scout we all know. And so, it gives him the flight, the super senses, the super speed. He can shoot lasers from his eyes. But it also gives him a whole bunch of other powers. And then he starts reminding me more of a certain naked doctor that is also blue. And it's a lot of powers, so let me break it down for you guys. Let's see here. So he can phase through objects. Think of a Kitty Pryde from X-Men. He's a powerful telepath. Think of Dr. Xavier. He can turn invisible, like the Invisible Woman. He can control matter. He can use telekinesis. Think of Jean Grey. He can come back from a single atom. He has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. And he resurrected his wife from the dead. So his wife got killed by a villain, and he pretty much brought her back to life like nothing happened. See, I can keep going, which is really ridiculous. So yeah, this guy is really something else. I could see why he would be somebody's #1 superhero. But anyways, let's talk about some of the things the Sentry has done. And actually, for a superhero, he's actually killed a bunch of people. But let's talk about it. He's killed Morgan Le Fay. He's fought the Incredible Hulk to a standstill. So we're talking about World Breaker Hulk. It's one of the strongest Hulks we've seen. The only one that could have fought him on equal ground was the Sentry. So when Hulk came back to Earth all mad about the Illuminati sending him back into space, when the Hulk came back, the Sentry fought him. So guys, the Hulk, if he takes enough damage, he'll go back to being Bruce Banner. If the Sentry takes enough damage, he goes back to being Robert Reynolds. So when they fought to a standstill, that they both went back to their human forms. And just in case you were curious, Bruce Banner knocked them out when they went back to their human forms, but that's still very impressive. Someone else that he's killed is Absorbing Man. And Absorbing Man, think of like Rogue from X-Men. He can take your powers. So you remember how I said that his power is like 1,000,000 exploding suns? Well, he showed that to Absorbing Man, and it was too much for him, and he died. And you know how I said he can control matter? So he fought against Molecule Man, and you know, as the name implies, he can basically control any molecule. But the Sentry overpowered him also and killed him. And actually, he's also one of his most famous kills was against Ares. Yes, Ares, the god of war. So when they fought, Sentry was just unrestrained and he pretty much ripped him in half. So those are just some of the things he's done, which is really impressive because he's fought a lot of people. He's also beaten Thor. So other people Sentry has fought is Photon. Now, Photon has the powers of mar-vell. So Sentry and Photon go at it. They go into a microverse. The power that they're emitting can shred worlds. So they're going at it, and Captain America states that they're holding back right there. They're holding back. Sentry goes down, and he decides not to hold back anymore. So that's just how powerful they are. Another fight that he did was with Carnage. It wasn't really a fight though. He just took him into space and pretty much ripped him apart. He's done a lot of crazy things. But think about it, guys. Why, as a superhero, why is he killing a bunch of people? Well, the thing about the Sentry is he does have an evil side named the Void. So, you know, that's what I like about the Sentry is, you know, you have to humanize him a little bit since he's so powerful that he does struggle a lot like a regular person. He goes through depression. You know, he's always doubting himself even though he's this amazing hero. So, you know, he's tried to kill himself. He flew into the sun, but if you've been hearing what I've been saying, that didn't work. So he did try to kill himself at one point, and you know, he did feel bad about killing Ares and all this other things that he did, that when he went back to being Robert Reynolds, his human form, he told Thor to kill him. So he was gone for a while, but like I said, he wasn't gonna stay dead. But yeah, so the Void is the evil side of himself. So a lot of the kills that he did and a lot of the crazy things that he did was as the Void, his evil version of himself. And he's actually, you know, he's gone so far as to erase everybody's memory on the earth of him and of himself as being a hero, just so the Void doesn't come out. He's very powerful, but he's very human at the same time, and I quite like that about him. But really, guys, I mean, honestly, you know, I think they wrote him as powerful as he is just so you can debate that maybe he's stronger than the Man of Steel, you know. And they definitely got some inspiration from him, which, like another hero, which is actually named Hyperion in the Marvel Universe, is an actual knockoff of Superman. So Hyperion is the hero that, you know, he's from an alien race. He came down to Earth. He got a human name. And, you know, of course, super strong, can fly, has laser vision. It's called atomic vision. Of course, he also has that ability to see through objects. So, and then if you think of Hyperion and Sentry, you have to think about Blue Marvel. So Blue Marvel is a pretty much just the black version of Superman. So he can control matter, but he's also has the super strength and you know the flight and all that other stuff. But he's fought Sentry before, and he's fought him to a standstill, and he's beaten Hyperion, which is pretty impressive. So all these guys, let's be real, they're they're knockoffs of Superman. But no, they're all very good heroes in their own right. And when I think of Blue Marvel, I actually think of mar-vell. Mar-vell, if you don't know, gave powers to Miss Marvel, and Miss Marvel becomes Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel, actually, the original Captain Marvel was Shazam. So DC is the best, confirmed. I'm just kidding, guys. But Marvel does take a lot of inspiration from DC. It's obvious in these three heroes, um, Hyperion, Sentry, and Blue Marvel. And not talking bad about them. They're all great heroes in their own rights. But I hope you liked this video, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Oh, fuck, it's that damn bird again. No, you guys, he was a lot louder earlier. You didn't even know. You don't even know how freaking loud he was earlier. Oh my god. Apparently the Sentry, if he takes enough damage, he goes back to being Ryan Reynolds. So, did I just say Ray? Alright, hold on. I got done with you on the phone.